Hi everyone and welcome back to Rachel's Enchanting Cakes. For today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make these very simple daffodils for your cakes, but adding them to a sugar wire. This will simply allow you to directly place them into the cake. So we're going to be using the mould slightly differently for this particular tutorial. As always, everything you need to know in a detailed format. These moulds are widely available. They are designed so that you can just make a very simple daffodil to place directly onto the cake. However, as I'm going to show you here, I'm going to teach you how to make them just like you would your sugar roses, so that you can then place them and they're a bit more gravity defying depending on what you're wanting to achieve. As always, everything you need to know in a simple step-by-step format. Let's make a start. I'm starting with the rose, corns and thorns mould. Now don't worry if you don't own this, as it is not essential. You can simply make these by hand by simply rolling out a very small cone. However, if you do have this in your collection, it will make every single cone perfectly even, and it's an absolute game changer for speeding up sugar flowers. First of all, we need to make our own modelling paste. So here I have some Renshaw's orange fondant, and you will also need some Tylo powder. Simply add a very small amount of Tylo powder directly to your fondant. Now you're not going to need much fondant, so I add a very tiny amount, but the rule of thumb is for every 250 gram of fondant you would add half a teaspoon of Tylo powder and knead it in, and this will turn your fondant into modelling paste. So if you're using the cone mould, you want to be using the smallest one and simply placing some of your modelling paste. Remember, you can always do these cones by hand. So here I have some florist wire. This one is 18 gauge, and I also have some florist tape. This is what you use when you're making sugar flowers. Simply wrap the tape all the way along to the end of the florist wire. Once you get to the end, double wrap, so continue to wrap around the end until you end up with a larger section just like this. This will secure it better onto the cone. Simply add some edible glue to your florist wire and gently push into the cone. You want it to look something like this. Carefully release this from the mould and leave this to one side to set for a good 2 to 3 hours. This is what you're wanting to achieve. When they have set, take in the cone again, add some more modelling paste, and on top of this you want to add a very small amount of edible glue. You then want to take the one that we previously released from the mould. Remember, this has been setting for about 2 to 3 hours. Place it directly on top, push it down and then gently release. Again, I would now recommend leaving these to set preferably overnight. We're now going to be using the Daffodils silicone mould by Katie Sue. So these are the different parts that come in the mould, and we're going to be starting with this section just here for the centre of the daffodils. So taking some yellow fondant this time, we just repeat the process with the Tylo powder in order to turn it into a modelling paste. Then, using the mould, simply push this in. Once it has been pushed in, I then just place the mould in the fridge just for a couple of minutes and it releases beautifully. Alternatively, you can always add some icing sugar to the mould first. So this is me releasing it from the mould after it's been in the fridge just for a few minutes. I then repeat this a second time, although I have found on some of the daffodils it looks just as good just by using one of them. Add some edible glue directly to the cone. You're then going to simply take the first piece that we've just taken out of the mould and gently wrap this around. Now, some of the daffodils I have made only have one of these on and they look just as beautiful, but on this particular one I am going to add 2 of these pieces. I just pinch them. Now, if you're just making these individually, not on wires with no cone, these will meet perfectly from where they start to where they finish, but due to having wired daffodils, we're having to make them slightly differently. Now we need to make the petals. So using the largest section of the mould, I use this twice for each daffodil. Simply push in a small amount of white modelling paste. Once you have done this, I then refrigerate it just for a few minutes. Remember, you can use icing sugar, and as you can see here, it releases from the mould beautifully. So I've already added one set of petals, but you simply thread this through the base of the wire and then using some edible glue, simply shape it around that base of the daffodil. I then place mine on a wire rack just to dry upside down overnight so it keeps its shape, but this is what you will achieve. Now, if I was using these on a cake, I could simply place them directly into the cake using a posy pick now, just like you could a sugar rose. And you've got a beautiful, gravity-defying, spring-like daffodil. It really is as simple and as easy as that. Happy baking, everyone. I really do hope I've helped you again today, and I'll be back soon with an awful lot more new, completely free content.